Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mange Plays Live. Man, it's been a minute. It's been a very long time since I've been on. I've been busy. I think the last thing we played was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with the boys, which was pretty fun. Always a good game. But today, I wanted to play Hellblade. I've been trying to play all day. It's like my MO to forget that speaker's on. So I've been trying to play all day, actually, since this morning, because it's like almost midnight now, and I'm already like tired. But what had happened was actually I had bought a second computer, which is a game changer, or at least it's supposed to be. And it's been a minute, or it's been taking a little while just to get everything set up. New keyboard and mouse. I've got another monitor going. I had to transfer my capture card from one PC to another. There's been a little bit of a learning curve. And I chose today, because I had today off, to try to set it all up and get a stream going, and it took me a lot longer than I expected. Just a lot of nuanced stuff that you have to learn that you didn't expect it would be that complicated, and yet it is. Also, I have a little bit of an issue when it comes to focusing anyway. So it's difficult for me to stay on task and get things done, even in an environment where I can eliminate distractions. Sometimes distraction elimination is your enemy and not your friend. And speaking of mental conditions, maybe not the most gentle segue, but Hellblade is the game that we're going to play today, because Hellblade 2 just dropped on Tuesday, which, let's say, Thursday, technically almost Friday. So two days ago, Hellblade 2 came out. I played Hellblade a long time ago, definitely a few years ago, on my Xbox, and I wanted to play it again. It was a good game. And just a little bit of a warning, this game does revolve around the subject matter of mental health. So if you're sensitive to the topic for whatever reason, it's not viewed in a bad or poor light. In fact, this game was commemorated. I think that's the right word I'm looking for its accurate depiction of a particular mental illness. And there's a feature, if we go to features, which we're not going to, a whole video about how they actually got people with this one particular mental illness to basically be, it's like a whole team, like a whole circle of people who suffer from the same particular issue, to be advisors. And they definitely gave it their seal of approval. So you can imagine that the topic is handled in the most kind of gentile way, while still being an interesting and exciting game. Not to spoil too much, I feel like if you go into this game naked, there's just two things you need to know when going to Hellblade, and we'll just cut the chit chat. One, you need headphones. Whether you're at home watching me on your computer or on the TV or on your phone, you want headphones. Pause this video, pause this live stream, put on headphones. There is some ASMR type audio that is a huge component or a big feature of the game. And you're going to be hearing sounds in 3 dimensions. They actually got a special type of microphone that is used very rarely, but it's not a popular recording method, but it does achieve the effect that it's supposed to. It's a column with 2 microphones with molds of human ears, and what you can do is, because your ears hear sounds just ever so slightly different times, because it's usually sounds coming from one direction or another, and that helps your brain decide to basically triangulate where sound's coming from in a 3D space. So if you set up 2 microphones in the same position as a human ear, even with like a foam mold for the microphones to fit in that look like human ears, if you walk around or talk to the 2 microphones, your headphones will replicate that same effect, and it'll feel like somebody's talking behind you or in front of you. It's kind of creepy. That's a big component of this game. So I recommend wearing headphones if you're going to watch, and especially if you're going to play. Otherwise, you're just losing out. So definitely do that. 2, the setting is not, it's a work of fiction, so I won't get into the story, but just so you don't, the game just kind of drops you into it, which is fun for a lot of people. But if you wanted a feel for the story, essentially you're playing as Senua. I believe that's the character's name. Yeah, it's not like one of those game titles that throw you off the scent. No, and she is a Celtic woman, and we're talking like before Christianity, before Catholicism spread from the Middle East to Europe. So instead of like priests and stuff, you had druids. And I don't mean like magical druids. I mean like the actual historical druids, or and shamans and paganism and all this. And essentially, I think you're going to find out right off the rip is that Vikings were a problem at that time, and when they rolled through, bad things happened. So you've got a Celtic woman, a Celtic setting, and essentially what is the aftermath of a Viking issue. And I'll leave it at that. So without further ado, let me get the desktop audio going. Man, I sure hope everything is working. This is kind of the first live stream I'm doing with 2 PCs. And what that should accomplish, because I kept having issues with my PC playing the game immaculately. Even when I toned down the settings, the stream still suffered. The CPU, I was trying to find balance. Different games tax different things differently. Some games tax the GPU more than the CPU, vice versa. Tarkov is like a very CPU heavy game. A lot of AAA titles are very GPU heavy, but I was getting a lot of stuttering issues with the recordings or with the streams, just visual quality issues. So with a computer playing the game at the best possible settings it can, and a PC streaming, it's the stream at the best possible quality it can. Hopefully 2 machines should be a primo looking live stream and nothing less. So fingers crossed. Start the game here. I'm kind of like redialing in my settings. I think my voice volume might be a little high. The game volume, I hope, doesn't come in too low. In fact, this is an audio-heavy game.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close, so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. The head. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. The head. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. They can feel her coming. She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already can feel you coming.
Quiet. Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. That's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
she looking? Why aren't you looking? It's in hell high.
Look. Up ahead.
I'm controlling the looking right now.
You promised you gave.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back.
The Northmen.
It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
Like I said, you want to be wearing your headphones right now.
You see
Look around and you will see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
Can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
Yeah. So I have like the freedom to kind of look around.
They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it. Turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
Sounds like this morning we had a thunderstorm.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper. What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know.
We'll know.
Oh, she heard us.
There's no going back. You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Alrighty. So as I had mentioned, I'm still kind of tweaking volume controls now that I'm operating Streamlabs OBS on a whole separate PC. I'm not going to talk this much during this game when there's talking going on, just because
Use your eyes. Use your eyes. Come closer. She can't focus. Why can't she focus? Take a closer look, Senua.
all right. So this is like one of those mechanics where you try to learn. There we go.
Do not forget my stories, Senua, because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate, but gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea, and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river, and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the River of Knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Alrighty. Not sure if I'm obligated to hold that focus button the whole time to listen, but I didn't want to chance it. Nice. Nothing to see here. Just
You can't do it. You're coming now.
Darkness is coming. Yearns for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. But she's not stopping. Not this time.
Can you see it?
The land of mist and fog.
He's in there.
The old fool was right.
You see it?
What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you? I hear you.
He's there, you know.
There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back? She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
He's already dead.
His soul is in Helheim. His soul still lives. She needs to save his soul. She wants his soul to be at peace. She needs to lay him to rest.
He's already dead.
A little bit of a stutter there. I do have ray tracing on.
She'll never make it to Helheim.
Do you know where you are?
Where are we?
The bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
Alrighty. So the last time I played was on my Xbox One. And it looked good. I think games have started to look a little better, which is why I'm excited to play the sequel as soon as we wrap this one up. I just couldn't imagine myself playing Hellblade 2 without getting Hellblade 1 on the stream first, so... This is the first time I'm playing a game where it seems to be struggling a little bit. Just like in tiny nuanced ways. I'm sure it looks good on the stream, but...
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
So one thing I'm noticing right off the bat, and it's been years since I played this game, there's a ring of ruins highlighted at the moment, and the first one was highlighted yellow, and now a second one is highlighted yellow, the one that looks like an M. I think that every time I find a new pillar that drops exposition, there'll be another one that lights up. And I think if I am sort of remembering correctly, if they start coming back, illuminating in different orders, then I think it means like I'm missing some. And if I remember correctly, I think it's possible to finish the game without reading all of them. And the completionist in me just can't allow that. And this game does have its challenging bits, let me tell you. I mean, this is kind of the pace, but it does... There are parts where you're just like, Jesus Christ, where's... when is it going to get easy again?
What's up there?
Yeah.
That's the way.
I mean, there's only so many buttons on a controller, but this is the kind of game that doesn't tell you what button to press. Just tells you you need to be doing something. I thought left trigger would be sprint, but apparently it's not. Right trigger is focus. Oh yes, I'm using a controller, as you can tell, and that's by choice.
You should be scared.
Because I like that you can... I mean, she's already walking slow, but I like that I'm in charge of like her walking speed with the stick as opposed to a keyboard.
Get down.
What's she waiting for?
Stop. Where have you gone?
Sorry, sometimes you have to look back and just kind of see if there's something unusual.
Do you know where you are?
Where are we?
You've got to.
Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
Alright, spoiler. Nah, I'll just keep it to myself.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way.
Listen.
I'm never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory. Drew? Is that you? How do you know?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's
An old fool. Druth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Look really clearly. Focus. Focus. Focus and you'll see. What happens if you focus?
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
It's just...
All right. I kind of already remember. So this is a mechanic of the game.
It's near. Focus. Look towards the gate. And the gate will open.
It's the secret.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind it? It worked.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learned their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Sorry. Just checking the
Another
surrounding.
voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here. I guess it's the same with heights. You can stand on the edge, pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
Whew.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Alrighty. It's a nice little bit of exposition. So clearly, the Northmen, who are different folks, or kind of a different culture than Senua's, came into town apparently, and her friend Dillion is dead. That's the bridge. So that's kind of the exposition so far. Now, I feel like there's one thing I missed that nobody would know about unless they played the game once. And honestly, it's been so long. So I was kind of looking for something by the waterfall. And I think once we cover that, like once you guys actually see what I was looking for, I'll tell you. I'll call it out. It might not have been there. Oof. But
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
ooh, here we go. Trial by fire.
You took him from me. I beg you. Let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
What does it all mean? So I just lucked out,
Take him down.
and oh, ooh,
She's got her sword. Prepare yourself. Attack. Quick, behind you.
I think that was supposed to happen.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
The dark rot will grow each time you fail. If the rot reaches Senua's head, her quest is over. Whoa, dude. And all progress will be lost. Not quite a ticking clock, but definitely a cap.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
Can do.
It won't open.
How will she get through?
Why won't it open?
Why can't she open it? She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight two gods first.
Two gods?
Two gates.
Two gods, you say? Not guards.
She's going to die.
Two gods.
Which one will she challenge
Be
first?
very careful, Senua.
Choose a gate, Senua.
Two gates, two gods.
She's too scared.
Which one?
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south. The power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. Bet you weren't expecting that.
No, I wasn't. How insightful in my decision. Red and skulls make you think danger. Yellow makes you think, oh, maybe that's not so bad. I honestly don't remember if there's truth to that. I mean, door number 1 looks so juicy. But, you know, I'm a believer in saving your dessert for last, so, you know, maybe we'll start with our vegetables over here.
Surt, the fire giant has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind. And the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast, was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness, the Northmen.
More exposition.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Fair enough. That's just science, dude. That's how fire works, brother. Enjoying my crummy Hulk Hogan impressions? I hope you are. Oh, I found the sprint button. I knew it was just a matter of time. I do like a walking pace, though, but... so this is what I was looking for earlier. I said I would call it. When we were at the last waterfall, Senua said something about somebody's voice and how it comforted her, and tried to pretend all the other voices weren't there.
Senua, we each walk these lands gazing towards different horizons, some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Is that everything? So I was basically looking for one of those at the last waterfall, but it didn't make itself obvious. Although if I look it up after we're done playing and it says there was one there, I'm going to kick myself in the butt. Alright. Yeah, so that last bit of combat, they just threw that at me. I saw the swords flash when they were about to strike. And I knew I had some memory of the combat in the game, and I was like, oh, I need to parry, but it's not telling me what the block button is. So I just instinctively went for A. And that was the sidestep. And then I did recall that there was like regular attack and power attack. And if you were observant, I think You might have had a chance to see them throw up their guard, and when I hit Y for power attack, I broke it, leaving them vulnerable for X attacks, so... That's kind of how combat's going to go. I'm not exactly sure if there is a block or if I just have to sidestep everything, but we'll find out. Oof. The combat looks very easy, but I think, honestly, I just remembered the combat rhythms. So, I was in the settings before we started streaming, and it asked me what combat difficulty I wanted, and I put, I think, like, adaptive. So I think the game's going to try to basically take me on a ride. Of course, I think early enemies are going to be probably easy, but depending on how well I'm doing now, it's probably going to start ramping up the difficulty in combat until it kicks my butt. Alrighty, actually... Of course the voices are here. Alright. Back to business.
I can still smell it.
I actually know what the one on the right is.
Sickly stench.
Oh no. No, I don't.
And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Okay. Yeah, I thought the one on the right, shaped like a Y with like a, or maybe like a tree, was a thorn, or the character in like the Nordic alphabet called Thorn. But Thorn is actually shaped like a P, which, history lesson. Alright, this is trying to indicate to me I'm near the puzzle. I already know, I mean... There we go. So, history lesson. The thorn, kind of shaped like a P. It was used in medieval Europe. Combined with the English alphabet, and it makes a TH noise, like the. And when the Germans were producing the first printing presses that you could use to stamp, written language, the Germans didn't have Thorn in their alphabet, so they never included it in their stamp sets. So the English would substitute the thorn with the letter Y. So if you saw a print in England during the Middle Ages, the Y was a substitute for the thorn and would give a TH sound. Sorry, I just gotta follow the clues. And if you can put 2 and 2 together, where do you see the letter Y used in medieval English? Where, say, a TH sound would be probably ye, like ye old town, ye old village. It's actually supposed to be pronounced the old town, the old village, the old newspaper. But that fact has been lost to time, well, not to time, I mean, obviously I knew it. But the layman, the average person doesn't know that. So when you see a movie set back in the Middle Ages and you see like some written print that says like ye instead of thee, it's supposed to be pronounced thee. The Y makes a TH noise. Alright, enough for the lesson though. I gotta figure out how to make an N. So there's gonna be a clue. If I'm close to where I should be standing, there's a tell. You start to see runes around my character, but that also happens when you get close to the door. It's kind of a red herring. Ooh, I can go up here though. Aha! Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have success!
The path to Hellhand is sealed for the living, but you already walk amongst the dead. Look towards the gate, and you will see that it has opened.
So, looks like Senua's hand has the rot, and the rot is bad, and...
I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
If we end up taking a break tonight and not finishing, I might dial back some of the demand I'm putting on the computer right now to render the game, because those little drops in quality, there's a specific term I'm looking for, it's just not coming to mind right now. Artifacts, yeah, are driving me nuts. As minuscule as they are, this rig should not be, especially for a game with this amount of age on it, shouldn't have any trouble handling it. Yeah, so the rot in Senua's hand, I'm pretty sure is an indication that there's only so many times I can lose in combat before it becomes a permadeath. Ooh.
Go.
Ooh. A little late on the warning there.
Don't let them surround you. That's it.
Oof. Ouch. Get up, Senua. Oof. Oof.
Still do it.
I didn't hear no bell.
Defend yourself. You're too slow. It's nearly over. Get out of the way. End it.
Whew. I get a little tricky there. Looks like the masks from
Gate of Surt.
Crash Bandicoot.
Know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Shirt. It's funny how a lot of words make their way into the English language, English vernacular, just from the introduction of, you know, immigration and common use. Like, even the English language, when it was being formed, was a combination of French, which has, it's not a derivative of Latin, but it is a Latin-based language, combined with German. You put those two things together, and eventually you got English. Oh, is this the way it came? Actually, that might actually be the ticket, though. I think I have to backtrack. Or, better idea. Oh, I'm focusing. But, I think it's about to get a little intense.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
Alrighty.
Has the fire gone? Where's it gone? The fire's disappeared. It was everywhere. Maybe it was an illusion. It was a trick. Maybe it was never there in the first place. Maybe it was a test. The buyer. Cert.
So this...
He's waiting for her. You can't get through. How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
I guess I will.
Truth said, find your own path.
There's always another way.
There's always a way.
Find your own way.
You just have to find it. He's waiting for you.
It was never going to be that easy.
He's waiting.
I didn't think it was.
It's waiting for you.
Find him.
The pyre.
Are you wearing your headphones, folks? I did tell you should be wearing headphones when you play this game.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Cert, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Cool. Sounds like he's got a job to do. At the risk of sounding like a broken record at the beginning of the video, if you are just happen to be joining in, I mentioned that this is a game, even if you're watching on Twitch or YouTube, however you're watching, you should be wearing headphones because, yeah, there's three-dimensional audio, especially with the voices in Senua's head. They will sound like they're talking behind you,
She needs to find it.
Another fire sacrifice.
to your left, to your right.
Another sacrifice.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
It's too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
Alrighty. So the voices in Senua's head do offer some good advice. Whether you can rely on them all the time or not is kind of tricky. I mean, they do seem like there's some voices that just generally hate you. But there was a little clue dropped in there about something that's going to happen.
Made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes, but they just screamed like helpless pigs.
Alrighty. I'm just going to check something out real quick. So it does appear I can make an exit right here. I just want to make a run for the bridge right there. Let's give it the old college try. Let's do this. Ooh, ouch. This game still gets me, man.
Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me. I am alone.
One more time. Let's do this.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Alright. Pretty clear instructions. Ah. Live Mas. Mas ruins. Bowtie and R.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Well, I think I found the bow tie.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Ooh, alright, I'm close to the R. I kind of remember this one being a little tricky. We're not too far, though. Just gotta figure it out. Oh. Man, let me tell you, I think this one got me really mad. It's right here on the ground, but I might have to climb up in order to see it, which is fine because otherwise we would have passed up on this stone right here.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
So this alphabet letter is given a pretty hard clue too. They really, really emphasize this ruin. Look at how wacky those graphics are. And the biggest takeaway is that there's an upward arrow, so we got to go up. That was the big clue. It took me a while to figure this one out. I remember being kind of like not enthused when I finally figured it out. Also, how do we get up? This game isn't a... This is an Assassin's Creed. You know, it's... What do they call it? Chekhov's gun? The Russian playwright, something Chekhov. If there's a gun on the mantle in your play in the first act, you have to fire it by act 2, otherwise it doesn't belong there. Same thing with this little house that they built.
It's the secret.
Basically, if this house looks like it's something you will explore at some point, it'll be something that you will explore at some point. Otherwise, it has no business being here. Speaking of which, though, it is worth a little peek just to see if there's anything else, like another ruin with some exposition. It doesn't appear to be the case, but... why not? So, we've padded out the game. Success. On the devs' part. They made the game longer. Man, it's a good... It's a good thing I explored this a little bit earlier. Oof, not a good time. That is kind of the hallmark of this game, though. Ooh. That should have been like a blurb. Ooh. When they were...
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the pride!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No. I see nothing now.
So anyway, yeah, that should have been like one of their blurbs when they were advertising the game. Our combat, never a good time. Visually stunning, masterpiece. The combat, never at a good time. Oh boy. This looks like a labyrinth. And I could just jump down there and it would be so easy too. But then I would have to figure out how the spaces in these buildings are arranged. Probably a good idea to do that now. Oh, I'm such a smart cookie. I bet by doing that now, before I jump down, what I've done is actually made it easier for me to access this part of the map. Ooh.
The Northmen say that what we see as a rainbow is the bridge that goes from the world of men to the world of the gods. For now, they say the frost giants and the mountain giants cannot cross it. But they say that when Ragnarok comes, not a thing in this world will be safe. The rainbow bridge will break under the onslaught of the fire giants riding on flaming steeds. Senua, I have seen the fire of Surt spread far and wide, and to our lands. Ragnarok is coming.
Cool. Really curious to see how this stream comes out. I do pay pretty good sum for gigabit internet, so I have an expectation that my internet should be able to maintain the bitrate necessary to make this stream look good. If it starts looking crummy at this point, I don't think it's the computers. It'll just be a limitation of my bandwidth.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Alrighty, now we'll tackle this door. Man, you know what game looks like a real time sink that I've actually played a little bit? Deliverance, Kingdom Come, or no, Kingdom Come Deliverance. Definitely want to play that on this channel. Oh,
Tell me truth.
I think that was a
How did you
Thune.
escape your dark-
Or Thorn, not a Thune.
Once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
I'm close. So this symbol, the P with like a little bit of, not the. You'll see which one I'm talking about. Honestly, you never. Oh, there we are. So this P shape, that's a Thune, Thorn. I keep saying Thune. That's Skyrim. That was a Thorn. I'm pretty sure. That makes a TH sound. Okay, so we got that one. That was the character that used to be used in the English language during the Middle Ages. Ah, here we are. Too easy. T is for turtle. Yo. You know, it would be interesting if I had to fight some people right now. Just saying. It seems like there's a pattern to these encounters.
Survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness. And so can you.
Here we go!
Run, Senua! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop you! Run, Senua! Run!
Can she go all the
way.
Ooh. Still burning.
She's dying.
It's him. It's him.
I think my mistake might have been trying to run through that fire. Or this is a part of it, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from here.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Surt. Take his mark, and I will choose you from the world and forever be in your debt.
You destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
Damn, girl. Oof.
He's getting stronger. We must stop him. You must stop him. Surt is getting stronger. Stop him.
Alright, so
It's too hot for you.
she's carrying a mirror on her hip. And I think every time he, like,
You're stronger than him.
so what I did is I pulled the right trigger to use Senua's focus ability. What you usually use to concentrate on things in the environment. But that ability only seems to come when that mirror on her hip fills up. See how it... Ooh. So, again, I've played already a very long time ago, and I can't stress that enough. But I remembered that there was more to combat than just how simplistic it's been looking.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place.
But so it goes. Until we fall.
That was bleak.
And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have. To find your answers. Your quest. Your truth.
So as I was saying, yeah, I have a little bit of experience in in this game's combat. I remembered that there was that focus mechanic. I didn't know when it was going to become available to me. Apparently, they waited until the first boss fight. But what I wanted to say was those voices in Senua's head were yelling at me to focus, and you know, if you take it at face value, you're like, I am focusing. I'm literally trying to kick his butt. But they meant to use her focus ability,
Truth was a troubled
or
man.
not really ability, but mechanic.
Turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness. Spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds.
Am I going the right way?
To my world.
Sorry. Didn't want to stop that badass exit, but I really got to make sure I'm paying attention and actually leaving correctly. This isn't a game where there's like items or things to collect. Just runes of exposition. Ah, seems the way behind this has opened.
Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. If his tales of hell were true, then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
Alright. Oh boy. Well. Now we did that one already, right? Doesn't bear any repeating. Yeah. No, there's no fast travel in this game.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same. ever again.
Alright. I don't think we need to go that far back.
Has died for me. And she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
The game is playing tricks on me. We did just come from there, but again, I don't think we go this far back. I'm supposed to fight two gods.
Senua, we each walk these lands, gazing towards different horizons. Some of us further than others.
I think this is the one we
Your
saw.
father cannot see what you see.
Yeah.
But there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Cool. So again, I don't think we needed to go this far back, but now some interesting shit's happening. Well, what do you know? I guess we did need to go this far back. Oh, I saw that coming.
Finish this! End it now!
Oof.
You won! They surround you! Do it! You're close!
Oof.
She will die. Stop! Finish this! Finish him!
Ah, that's... Ugh. Get up, Senua. There we go.
The gate won't open. She can't get through. Why not? She can't. Why? She's only done one test.
Just one.
She's only passed one test.
What's the other test? Is there another one?
There must be. The gate won't open.
Ruth said Valravan.
Valravan, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
I thought that's what that was.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
True that. So the story goes.
Illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
What's that? It's a door. No, it's not. Push it. Push it. Push it. What do you think will happen? Come on. Come on. You did it. You did it. You did it.
Heyo. Wah, wah. Just like magic.
Something was different. Things changed. Can you see?
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? Once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
True words. We had weather like that today. I know I've already said that, but it's irrelevant. Unbeholden Golden, well, someone upgraded their stream quality. Hey, thank you for the chat, Unbeholden Golden. Didn't expect to see you on at almost 1:30 in the morning. Good. That's good to hear.
However hard she tried.
I hope the quality looks upgraded. Wah wah. I think we know what's going to happen here.
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
Definitely one of one of those games you definitely want to play or watch with headphones on, so you can get the full effect of the 3D sound. All right. So I'm gotta refine my combat techniques. Yep, I saw that coming.
Surprise him! Don't let them get behind him! Keep going. She finished him!
So the charge is definitely a dangerous move. Ooh, alright. It's starting to come back to me now. The perfect parry definitely charges her focus. And if you try to run, she'll only run in a straight line. She won't run in any other direction.
Stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
So I have to kind of reevaluate my combat technique. Definitely dodging is I'm happy that that's like my go-to when I see an attack. Particularly because if I sit there and try to parry, I usually get hit in the back. So keeping my enemies in front of me in the hierarchy of things you should do in combat, that should be number one. And then second to that, you should be blocking, especially if you get a perfect parry, because that seems to charge her focus to the max level, which is great in combat.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
Look how much it's changed. It's all different.
Oh, this is a gate too. All right, hold on. Things will... Aha! Alright, so you can't climb up that. But, yeah, you notice that wall is solid there, but if you look through this gate of illusion...
Align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Yay. Yay, we did it.
Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something's shifted.
It would be too easy to jump down there.
crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
Another gate.
Another gate. You know what to do. Stay back. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
Well,
Which ravens?
seeing as this is the biggest part of the puzzle, it's probably the part that's furthest away from where I need to be standing.
Line up the ravens.
Yeah, I heard. And guess what? Those stairs don't go anywhere. But there's a gate over here, and I'm gonna do. Imagine that it does now.
I hear something.
Ah.
If you hear the sound of Valravan, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
Ooh.
He's gone. He disappeared.
Crappy.
Where is he? It's on your fault. Listen, focus.
Alright.
Focus.
Alright, just making sure. Well, they did say follow his song. Damn effigies.
Is she lost? It wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of an
Oh.
native land,
Hold on.
living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a Gelt. Some, like Truth, become Gelt in search of penance.
That's what we want.
Like Senua,
Oh.
to purge a curse.
So,
Those who make it back are forever changed.
give it another go. Here we are. Aha. See, I remember this is supposed to be a little bridge that I'm supposed to cross. But I couldn't get access without that hole in the wall. And there wouldn't be a hole in the wall unless that bridge was out. But now that we've unlocked that gate... Da-da-da-da. Lo and behold, as they say. This isn't the way, but... Or is it? Man, I don't know whether to go up there or to cross the bridge. Well... It did tell me to go this to follow him, so... Okay. Almost, not quite there. So what changes?
She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get up? It must be magic. Dark magic. A trick.
Well, I'm not sure what changed.
Raven. How can she get up?
Fate.
It's him.
Dark magic draws her closer.
But I'm pretty sure I needed to walk through that gate in order to
It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him.
get
It's
there.
a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds.
Damn.
Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
Damn, dude. And with some big eyebrows. Alrighty. Oh, okay. So that bridge was kind of a bonus. Okay. Well, here we go. Illusion complete.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. A deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
He's there. She can't go in. Has to find another route.
Truth says there's always another route.
Find a way. Go round. Find your own path. There's a different way.
Bring it.
Behind you!
Ugh. That one actually spooked me. Ooh. You're not allowed to help. That's what I'm talking about.
Find a good position. Don't let them surround you.
Oof.
Stop them.
So I did say the combat was going to be adaptive to me and how well I'm playing.
Behind you.
Ooh.
The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food or drink, and at last he saw the runes below him. He gave a cry, and gathered them in his mind and learnt them. Then he fell from the tree.
Learning so much about Vikings tonight. Norse mythology.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything, turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
The song. Balraven's song. It's over here. It's over here. Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's 2. Listen, focus. Listen. It's magic. It's magic. It's an illusion. She's been in the forest like this before. This reminds her of somewhere. The forest. Where? Which forest? The forest in the wilds. The wilds. She left Dillian. She went to the wilds a long time ago. Why did she go to the wilds? She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness. Did she beat her darkness? No. It nearly killed her, but she tried. Druth helped her. If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead. She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She came to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian. But she didn't work. She thought her curse.
Ah, there it is. The bridge.
She thought her curse would spread to him. She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died. She thought the curse made her tainted. Druth helped her.
I'm gonna guess that this gate opens when I go through one of those, no.
Not from this.
Yeah. So I think I gotta knock this bridge down, walk through that gate again, come back over this bridge. Seems seems like an obvious pattern. Oh, there's a gate right there, though. Aha. There's too many Raven puzzle pieces. Obvious move, but I'm gonna get some exposition first.
The Northmen say that Odin is always in search of knowledge and wisdom and magic. There was a very wise being named Mimir, who guarded the waters of wisdom which flow from the roots of the World Tree. Odin wished to drink from this spring, but he had to pay a price. So he gouged out his own eye as offering to Mimir. He drank from the well and traded one way of seeing for another.
Ah. Surprised it wasn't in my head already. I mean, it was. I just forgot. Oh, no. It's gonna be the gate over here. Yes, that's what we want. The complete wall, because now the gate's open. There we go.
The ravens.
The ravens.
They've gone.
They've gone.
No,
Half of them have gone. They've gone.
Half.
some are still there.
But where? Some are still there.
No, Raven's helping.
He's not helping.
It's a trick.
Quiet.
Raven.
Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods,
Where have they gone?
she no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. She remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become part of her.
Okay. So that was half the puzzle. The other half has to be over here. Okay. That bridges out. It's even more out. What changes? Ah. There we go. Dum, dum, dum. Okay. So I want to get to. Well, first things first. This has been driving me nuts. Ah, much better. Alrighty.
The Ravens. They were where? No. There's three. There's three. Where have they gone? She did it. What does it mean?
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, thought, grow in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws. There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill her. Yet, it will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
Alright, baby. Boss battle.
Overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
Yeah, smallest pieces from up there. I gotta make my way up that bird's nest somehow. Okay. This is a path, but I'm gonna have to walk through one of those gates to change it. There's a gate up there. Not quite access from where I am to get there. Let's see how this works out. There we go. Ask and you shall receive. I think. We'll see what that changed.
Speak to me, Druth. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth, the man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish he could have seen my home before these dark times.
No, you know what? You know what? I'm willing to bet that I gotta go through that gate again. Yay. Shortcut. Love it. Oof. I'm probably gonna have dreams about this tonight. Whew, we did it.
Broken. The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me.
I'm still here. Are you too? Where are we? I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you! I see you now! You led me to the wilds! You trapped me there!
Dodge those.
Finish this!
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Oof.
It's not over yet.
There's too many of them.
Find a good position.
Don't let them
Capable warrior. Remember your training.
Finished. And focus, focus.
Ooh.
die. You can do this.
Focus.
Focus is building, building.
Ooh, he's like countering my.
Focus now. Focus. Focus now.
Oof.
So weak. She's so weak.
Ooh.
Get out of the way!
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
You can do this.
Oh no.
Focus.
Come on, Senua.
Get up quick!
The mirror.
The mirror.
Focus!
Focus now.
I never beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
The Mark of Valravan. One of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for Druth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
Damn. Hooey. I'm curious just to see what that looks like a little bit now that the illusion's gone. Yeah, it's all still there.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And as she saw them, elusive, shifting faces.
Everything looks so peculiar. Oh, wow. Peculiar.
The trees, mountains, caves.
Not to interrupt the dialogue, but you do notice how everything just seems kind of normal now, right? Recognizable, but not as elaborate as it all was just a little while ago. Just the normal path. So it seems to have no power anymore. Ugh, so gruesome.
I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there, if you look for them.
Mother. Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld. The underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time, hidden in the world. Like she's still watching over her. She misses her so much.
Yeah. Not as all as elaborate as it was just a little while ago.
the mark of Valravan and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Pretty sure we've already collected this one.
The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing, but the Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness. Bitter cold to the north, fiery hot to the south. They say the cold formed ice, which melted from the sparks from the south.
It seems like we've missed a
The
rune.
power of the darkness gave life to the dripping ice, and the first giant was born, and was named Ymir. The ice continued to drip, and the power of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow, whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that.
Nope, wasn't. Seems like I missed a rune, but
It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross into hell.
I was pretty vigilant looking for those. Hard to believe I missed one.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Damien!
In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within. You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
No!
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
yeah, I'm not sure if there's like a green line right here for you guys. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of that. This is like the first stream I've done, like I said, with 2 computers.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to them. An endless suffering, worse than death. And you wanted to surrender, abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Alrighty. Sea of Knives.
The gods made you a warrior for a reason. It's your calling.
Ugh.
Why suffer the past when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
He can read. She finished him. Take him down. Take him down. Get him down. Get out.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another charge.
Ooh.
She's injured. She can still do it.
Ooh. Alright. No the selfies.
Do it. You're close. He's gone.
Damn. Oh boy. Okay, bow tie. S, no Z, Zoro, and X.
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
Okay, please tell me.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Fair enough. Something going on over here. Okay. We're looking for necktie, S and X. Something funky is going on over there. Oh, okay. I think I remember now. It's a different type of puzzle. Oh, wait. Okay, so from one angle it's X, which I think... Alright, so right here. Okay. I think it's going to be the same object, just from different perspectives. Alrighty. Last but not least is necktie.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
Yeah, it burns me. I missed one of those runes, man. That was really slippery. They're kind of hard to miss.
The gate is opening.
It's coming.
That song again. It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your soul.
Come on.
Why go on? and you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined. Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. Listen to it.
Don't give up.
It's
Not like this.
come on. It's not real. It's real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No, it's not. It's a trick. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it.
Alrighty, folks. It's 2:30 in the morning. We meant to do this. This would have been like an all-day stream. We probably would have just beaten the game. But we didn't really get the ball rolling until almost midnight tonight. Unfortunately, there was just a lot of technical stuff that took a long time to get through. Plus it's I don't know, it's been a little hard to stay on task lately when I'm home. It's been a year since I've moved out of the old house and just kind of back on my own again, and I'm going and try, taking care of my health and everything, just trying to be a better version of myself. And some days, man, it's a little tricky. You're home, you're by yourself. You try to block out some time to be productive, and it just doesn't always kind of fan out that way. So I wouldn't say I was dragging my feet, but it was a little hard to focus, fortunately. In addition to all the other technical issues that we've had going on. But with that said, this is Hellblade. I guess this will just be part one. I will try to play tomorrow before I go to work. I have to take a shower in the morning. I can probably try to play, I think, until 1 p.m. the latest. And then I've got to skedaddle. I'm going to be on the road. And it's already 2:30 now, so the longer I put off going to bed, the longer I'm going to sleep in. So we may wrap this up tomorrow. Maybe this will just be a three-parter. I might just do a little bit tomorrow, or as much as I can tomorrow morning. Go to work, and if I have any energy left, which it's been a little difficult. I was actually going to play this last night. Wednesday night, and I had the motivation and I had the energy, but we had people come in late, and it just sucked it right out of me. Sometimes having clients come into your place of business before closing at night, and they're in their own little happy world, and they don't realize, they're, nobody likes to be at work longer than they have to be. Let's put it that way. No complaints. I've had to do much worse. I have a little bit of a military background. I know what suck is, and I've been through some shit, some suck, so not the worst either. I mean, I was in fucking SEAL team, pardon my language, but yeah, I know being up for hours and being on the clock for days feels like, but, like, you know, I did a lot of that when I was young and not a spring chicken anymore, I guess, as they say. So sometimes it just kind of wears on your soul a little bit to have people come into your place of business when you're ready to close and just keep you there that much longer. So really waned. My motivation to play really waned, and I just didn't have anything left in the tank that night, fortunately. So we did not play, and then today, like we said, took a little while. So without repeating myself too much, this has been Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. This is part 1. Probably going to be a 3-parter if I were to guess. Very interesting. There are a lot of clues about kind of what's going on. I mean, we were able to piece together who Dillian is. The game keeps mentioning the Northmen, people from the north. There's a lot of talk about Norse mythology that's not native to Senua, so she's not a Norseman, she's not a Nord. But apparently there was some kind of very bloody incident between her people, which, if I remember everything correctly, she's a Celtic woman. So, I mean, it's pretty plain that the Vikings just came and killed everyone in her village. And she's dealing with the aftermath of that. She's got a head and a bag. I mean, that's mysterious. She's fit fighting gods. It's all one big mystery, which hopefully we will unravel as we get closer to the end of the game. So, with that being said, everybody, have a very wonderful week. With the weekend approaching, I believe it's going to be Memorial Day weekend, and I'm going to be busy because of that. There's a lot of people who work with the public. We all usually tend to be busy during Memorial Day weekend. But yeah, alright. I'm actually excited to see how the stream came out too, so I'm excited to end this. Alright, everybody, have a good night.